welcome back to another PGHO overtime video. We just hit 1,200,000 subscribers. Thank you everybody for that.
Let's go, boys.
We made it far.
So first of all, sir, we kind of stole this idea from you for being completely honest, but our list has some players that you didn't have and some players that you had we didn't include in the list. So everyone in this video is Ryan, Eric,
Yep. Let's go.
PA,
Ayo.
and Viper Traps.
What's up, gamers?
And Viper
Alright,
Traps number 2.
Shut up.
We're just gonna go through the list. Each player that we have in here, we're just gonna talk about where we think they're gonna get shipped, why they're gonna get shipped out before deadline. There's 10 days left till 10 rounds left to the deadline day. So we thought that this would be a good time to make it since a lot of captains are gonna be looking to make trades now. All right. Well, first up on the list, all right, Angrenator. Ryan, we'll start off with you on this one.
Angry is like one of those players like where he's a decent player, but he's not really like something that the top teams are like gonna go for. I don't really think they need him. So in my opinion, Angry I won't be surprised if he stays where he is, or if like a mediocre team like a Detroit or Pittsburgh can trade for him. I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think like one of the top 5 teams are gonna go for him. There's like no need.
Something you have to consider with Angrenator is he's a goalie, so he could be a backup goalie for a top team,
Not a
or
good
even
one.
if a team needs a goalie.
Yeah, he hasn't goaled in a long time.
Yeah, but I don't know. You can still play him in that. I'm pretty sure.
Over.
I don't think he can goalie with the new animations.
He's playing pretty good for Philly. He could be like a line 2, maybe like a line 2 player.
If you're gonna trade for Angrenator, don't trade like your top guys. Just do some bench players.
I think the only reason he would get put on a top 5 team is just for being a backup goalie because he's pretty active. So it's like if their goalies can't show up, it's better than throwing some random player in net.
At least he knows how to play net. He's not a bad backup goalie too, and has some flashes of brilliance sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, now we go to T-Hawk. We'll do Viper Traps for this one, so this is his player.
Okay, T-Hawk. So T-Hawk has told me that if we're not in the playoffs by deadline, he wants to get traded. That's pretty fair, in my opinion. T-Hawk, he can be played defense, but on our team, he can play kind of forward and defense. Depends on the game, or it depends on what kind of strategy we're trying to use. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's 17, 18 goals right now? A lot of goals. So he's going to produce a lot, but you're going to have to give someone big to get T-Hawk because, well, he's T-Hawk. And if the board wants to accept a trade, it's going to have to be some sort of big player coming back.
18 goals, by the way.
18 goals, there you go.
Yeah.
Landing destinations, I can't see anybody else going. New Jersey.
I think the obvious one is
put
Pittsburgh.
him to Pittsburgh.
Isiders and him.
That Siders Thunderhawk duo, as people have talked about. Good old PGHL New York Islanders days.
I think Anaheim could also be an option.
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like also Anaheim could be a big market for that.
Anaheim has other portions of PGHL New York Islanders in there. They have Mako, they have MJO. I don't know who else he's played with on that. Lord Miles they have. I think he's probably played with Lostically before.
Yeah.
Codicito was their goalie at one point. Thunderhawk has a lot of old friends on Anaheim. I think he'd fit right in, especially after today's showing where Anaheim's forward or Anaheim scoring basically consists of Exernos. He has 42% of their overall scoring, so they need some help.
Yeah, I feel like Anaheim would be the because Pittsburgh's the obvious one, but Anaheim's more of the in the dark, but could really need him or you want him on their team come deadline day.
Yeah.
Next up, we got Viper Traps himself. The reason I put Viper Traps on this roster is because he's an all-captain. He's not the captain. So if New Jersey are not looking like they're going to make playoffs, I would understand if Viper Traps would want to get shipped out. It's unlikely, but all right, we'll do Eric for this one.
Honestly, I could see a team like my own wanting to pick him up because he's very underrated.
What are you doing?
I mean, we can pick him up. Calgary can pick him up. if he was on the block on a trade deadline, because we're not gonna have to give up much to get it through the board, and I feel like we could string
That's
along
shade
enough.
at Viper, bro. You don't think
enough
he's good enough?
Oh, he's extremely underrated. We could definitely
Nah, you're just trying to
absolutely
make me feel
finesse
better.
the board. They've been getting finessed all season, bro. Have you seen these trades Chicago and Ottawa are
Eric,
making,
why do you
dog?
want him if you're talking down on him like this?
Because he's a good defender, man. He knows what he's doing.
Offense
Clearly,
too. He
you
had
don't know what you're doing.
27 points or some shit on the season.
I have 28. But my time when I have the time when I have the highest time when I in the league. So
Yeah, I mean he's still got more points than our entire team. So not combined, but more than any player that would be on our team. So I feel like we could pick him out for a little small deal. Finesse the board.
Yeah, what's the small deal?
We could give you, but you're locked, so we can't do that.
He's locked, yeah.
He's
Screw
locked,
you.
so we can't do that. But if I'm being realistic, we could probably ship out someone like a Sir McHam, Nitro, and Bird type of
And
deal.
Arctic Fox 33.
A suggestion for this video. I just feel like it's weird to have like trade talks going on in the middle of a trade speculation video.
That's what the #1 media source of PGHO is here for.
With 1
Bias
million
media.
subscribers.
Bias media, and we have since we have a few captains in this call, we have like the and what's that shit called? I forgot the word, bro. I'm retarded.
We only got one captain here, dog. Ryan got overthrown. Like we
Yo,
talked
Eric, if you
about
keep saying that,
video.
bro, we're
Oh,
gonna
hey,
have
hey,
to.
Former
when's the video?
captain.
When's the video? When's the video?
When's the hot mic coming out, Ryan? You versus Aura. When's it coming out? I want to see that.
Actually, Aura and I
Pay per
have
view.
grown to be very good buds.
Pay per view
We
though.
were
All
actually
right.
in the post, we
You
had some
versus
good times.
Apox.
Okay,
You
guys,
versus
next
Apox.
person. No arguing, please. Next person. Musical Turrets. Recently acquired by New Jersey. Very underrated defenseman. And if the captain is a good one and not a dickhead, then Musical Turrets will play. So we'll do TTA for this one.
Musical turrets. I just watched him play against Pittsburgh the other night. I think. He looked good. He's notably a good defenseman. Solid shutdown D. I honestly don't know of any destinations outside of what Insert said earlier today. I've got no better reasons than Anaheim or Calgary with the reasons.
Wait, what did Insert say?
PGHL veterans team is pretty much the Anaheim Ducks. They're all together
Yeah.
there. Musical has played with a couple of those guys before in the past.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And
That makes sense.
he also says that Musical has played with Packer and Eric before, and I remember that.
Yes, sir. That's my boy. Alex is
Honestly,
the
he
king.
does music. Yes, Alex. He deserves to go to a top 5 team. Chicago's not going to take him. Chicago's solid. Ottawa probably won't take him.
They can't even
So
trade for him.
I think a top 3. I think a team of Calgary, Anaheim, or I don't see Vegas getting him. He deserves to be on a top 5 team. So seeing those 3 teams probably wouldn't
Who's
go
Ottawa's
after him.
second defender? Or like line 2 defender?
Give me a second.
Even, do they have one? That's the
If
the
think
if
big
they
Amir,
don't
it's
have
Amir,
one,
isn't it?
I think
Doesn't Amir play defense?
Hell
No,
no.
plays forward.
Mark
Oh.
does not play anywhere near the defense.
So if Ottawa has like some chips to give for musical, I mean, like that's a pretty good fit to me. I think, you know, he'd be
Amir,
good off the bench.
the Senators don't have much. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people on their roster.
Honestly,
a couple-
Ottawa's gonna have much. Like they got
The only
look at
person
their
I see like actually be moving is Grant. What is his name?
like a
Grant?
5-man team plus Grieve.
Yeah, Grant. Yeah, was it? It's pretty much Stutzel, Magic. No. Yeah, Stutzel, Senko, Magic, Snowy, Amir, T Palette makes up 11% of their production. So I guess he's there.
he
Isn't
did
he
most of
inactive,
that. He did most of that when he was on Vegas, though.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's not going to
that
show ever
wasn't
again.
true. He hasn't done anything on Ottawa yet.
Has he even played a game for them? I remember he was on
No.
Vancouver. I think most of his goals came with Vancouver.
All
Think
I
about
think
it this
all
way:
the
what
points
if
came
if
from
Musical
Vancouver.
Turrets does get traded to Calgary? Where does Eric's spot go?
To the Pines. To the Pines.
I heard if I get traded, there's a few teams in the top 5 that are in the market. I got some DMs.
Yeah,
little
okay.
speculation.
Okay. Who would want
Yeah,
you? Let's be
okay.
honest here.
A
The real
little
question is, who are we
speculation.
trading Eric for, Viper or Musical Turrets?
Okay, next question. Next person. Since you guys went already, I'll do the next person. Oh, what a coincidence.
Yeah,
Okay,
this was
dude.
planned. This was planned. He wants to promo himself.
Oh my god.
Mark Logic. So this is a very
Dude, you're
underrated
garbage. Nobody wants you.
very underrated player.
Yeah, okay.
Can be a backup goalie. Way
Yeah,
better
okay.
than his clanmate Ryan Logic. But
Yeah,
we'll,
let's
we'll, let, we'll, let,
Check the
we'll, let,
stats, bro.
we'll let Viper Traps do this one.
Mark's,
Ryan, how's captaincy going?
Mark's
Viper
a
Traps,
solid
you got-
player. I mean, I don't
Mark,
know.
how's
Like,
the
if
playoffs,
I don't
bro?
think a top team pick him up. Calgary might pick him up because they're kind of friends with him. Ryan's on that team.
Well,
We
enough
already,
to trade
we
from
already
Calgary.
had
Why
him,
do
bro.
you
He
want to
begged
stay
to
on
get
that shit
traded,
team?
so we traded him.
Yeah, they already traded him. You know, Mark won't be getting much time on ice on a top 5 team. I don't know if any like bottom playoff team want him. I don't know. He's a solid player.
Okay, TTA, you could take this one.
Mark
What's it gonna be?
Logic. Hey, Mark. What team are you on right now?
He's on New
New
Jersey.
Jersey.
New Jersey. What the hell is with New Jersey with all the trade bait? Holy crap. New
It's just
Jersey's entire.
a lot of us have agreed to the fact that we'll play on like unless we're not
Unless-
making playoffs.
Yeah, New Jersey's your playoff picture. I mean, we're only 18 games per team into the season, 27 rounds. You guys still have a pretty good shot at the playoffs at this current point in time, despite only having 12 points. Mark Logic, I can only think of you going back to Calgary
Yeah.
because
sitting on
I
the
don't
bench
know.
there.
I don't know why you got traded.
Downfall.
I don't know why you got traded in the first place.
That's
Because
for
he
it.
asked
You
for it.
think I want to play for that shit team, bro?
Okay,
Shit
wait,
team,
not
they're-
he
they're-
got
they're
traded
top
because
three.
he wanted time on ice.
Yeah, he wanted
wasn't
time
gonna-
on
Yeah,
ice, and then
traded
Mark was
because he
like,
was
"Yo,
like,
are you
"Yo, I'm
gonna give
not
me
gonna
time
get
on
Cal-
ice?" And then
Calgary-
yeah.
Calgary unfortunately has a stacked roster. I mean
Yeah.
they have a good. They have a
Packer
good.
and Moose.
Nobody
They can do
has.
Sir McCann.
Nobody
Sir McCann
has.
for Mark, maybe. But I don't know if I'd accept that.
Nobody has more than 16% point production on their team between 7 players. That's Ryan, Packer, Aura, Zermach, Arctic, Eric, and Pure Chills. They all share at least 10, but less than 20%.
You know what?
Moose Huddle-
Once
That's a
Philly
good
comes
thing.
around, yeah, that's going up.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. If we all trade points, if we all share points, that means we're all good, and we could all, like, even if we're missing one person, other people can chip in. You can't say the
How
same
we
thing
beat
for like
Chicago,
a team like
baby!
Anaheim.
Woo!
Like a team like Anaheim or a team like Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh.
they don't have the
yeah.
same thing because they have just one man teams. But for us, it's different. We have like 6 or 7 different people who can get points.
Chicago's
And
the only team in the league that can pull off, or no, Chicago and Vegas are the only, no, just Chicago. Chicago's the only other team in the league that can pull off having a player sharing more than 20% of their point production and still be as good as they are. They have got 3 players sharing 19, 21, and 30. That's Adam, Lethal, G1, and Showtime. Vegas has Devin showing 38%. I think if you shut down Devin, Vegas is gold.
It's
Vegas
kind of
is
hard to shut him down, though.
shutting down Devin.
Yeah.
no, he has
Dude, I swear to God, he's like the puck battle god. You can never win a puck battle against him.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Next player. Paper
Vapor
Kid.
Kid?
We'll let Ryan handle this one because that's his best friend.
alright, bro, my boy Vapor Kid. Honestly, I think, like, I'm just gonna be honest. I think he's like literally the most traded player so far this season.
Yeah, it's
I
been
can
like what,
count
5
probably
times?
like
He is.
5, 6
6
times?
I can count like 6 teams that I think he's been on. Like
Anaheim,
he can't stay on a
Vancouver,
team.
Ottawa, right? He was on Ottawa.
He was on Ottawa. He was on
And
Anaheim.
Calgary.
He was on Calgary. So literally, I think the only team that are like in the like top 5 that he did not go to yet is Vegas and Chicago. And honestly, I don't see him going to Chicago. I don't see him going to Vegas. Why would he go back to a team that traded him in the first place? Why would they want him back? So like, well, where would he go? Nowhere. I think he's just gonna stay where he's at, which is Detroit. And Detroit could possibly make playoffs, probably push for like 7th or 8th place based on how they played today. But
I think they can get higher with that if they can shut down Anaheim like that.
Yeah.
That was
I feel like if he's on the block, a team like Pittsburgh could pick him up. If he's on the block,
Pittsburgh
Detroit's
picking him up.
not.
Pittsburgh picking him
Yeah.
up would be scary. Pittsburgh picking
Yeah,
him up.
I feel like they could definitely pick him up. I can see it happening.
Pittsburgh has a lot of those depth dudes.
Yeah.
Like Antoine, Bersalti.
Like if Pittsburgh wants to, they have enough to trade him. Trade for him. So I feel like if he's on the block, they'll pick him up.
Yeah.
100%.
All right, next player. Lever.
Ooh.
Let's
a big
go
one.
Eric for this one.
I think Ottawa's trying to send the house for him. They've been trying to trade for him all season.
Yeah, I
So
can.
if he's up at the deadline, they're gonna try and send the best offer they possibly can without giving up any of their top 5. But they will be willing to trade literally everyone else on the team for him.
Pittsburgh might be another option.
Pittsburgh really does need. We've really shown that.
Pittsburgh is just trying to get for a second goal scorer. That's all they want.
They
really.
got. I mean, Banks can be, but it's rare.
No, I don't think Banks is gonna be
Banks is past his prime, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, prime Banks would have been good, but he's more of a goalie nowadays too, if I'm not mistaken. Anywho, yeah, Elite Vert would be a good fit on Pittsburgh if they don't get somebody else beforehand. Elite Vert would be good in any lineup, I think, except like Chicago where they don't need him.
I got a question for you,
Yeah,
Viper.
Elite
What'd you take?
Hmm?
What'd you
Lever's
take?
one of those players.
Like, bro, let me ask him the question, dog, because he's got to
I'm
leave
sorry,
on his
Eric,
team.
we're
That's a
getting-
stupid ass question.
What'd you take? Literally everyone Ottawa has to offer at the deadline for Elite.
Well, I already traded him for musical, but what Ottawa was giving me was like one-on-one kind of thing, and I'm like, okay, that's I can get better for Elite Vert. So I think Ottawa's like they don't have much players, right? They have a 10-man roster, or like 10 people on the roster. They can't really give much for Elite Vert that'd be equal in trade value. So if I'm a sports fan, Detroit captain right now, I'm gonna try and like get a package of like another goal scorer back, because if they're gonna trade out okay, well they traded Grab. I mean no, they don't really need a goal scorer. Another defender would be nice for them as well.
Where did Grabner just go today? I think he got traded today.
Vancouver.
Yeah, it's for
Vancouver.
Akamoto and Vapor.
Oh no, not today. Oh yeah, today.
No,
In
it's
a couple-
today, yeah.
All right. Austin Matthews.
Ooh.
Austin Matthews. Oh brother.
Boston?
Oh, the thing with Austin Matthews, he's a very good goalie. So
I don't think he
goalie.
stays in Detroit.
Any team
Detroit's in like the striking playoff distance, so why would they trade him? Unless like at deadline they're really out of it.
Play against Anaheim, they look like a very good roster. Like
But Anaheim's got
play pretty
goalies.
well.
Anaheim's got goalies.
No, not trade to Anaheim, but it's like they played well against Anaheim.
Yeah, they did. They play very well, and I think if they keep
A lot of
Anaheim,
teams
they'll
have
play
like a lot of teams have been played really good against Anaheim. I don't know if that's just Anaheim being bad or Anaheim like I don't know like.
Well, Anaheim
And
also
honestly-
beat Chicago twice, so
Honestly,
And then
everyone
they
should just
complain
watch out for Ryan Logic to become captain next season. He's gonna
Oh
step up.
no, we're not. We don't need this. We don't need this.
Yeah, can we just skip
Nah,
over
because
this real
from what
quick?
I heard, next season the Ye Gods are not gonna be forming their own teams.
They're just
so
gonna like pack a team.
They're gonna
together.
like go
That's
into
probably
draft.
gonna
So what? Like I actually think that next season it'll be like a chance for like other teams to win.
we might actually have like 8 teams above 500 for once.
Yeah, it might be like actually like a decent league next season if the Ye Gods like split up.
Currently we have 5 teams with a positive goal differential, and those 5 teams are also the only 5 above 500. Pittsburgh's at 500 with a minus 14. It's gonna take them a moment to come back from that. Vancouver's only a -2 though, so.
How's it like?
All I'm saying is next season is going to
these
be
dudes every
a lot
season,
more
they're all
interesting, and
playing
next season is going to be really the peak of the PGHO Overtime channel, and we're going to have not only 1 million followers, but maybe 3 million.
Three mil.
Only-
3 mil.
Like
Yeah,
Ryan said,
big
only
We're
three
going
million,
for the
bro.
plaque. We're going for the diamond plaque.
we can't get worse. Make sure
And
to
just
like
to top it
subscribe,
off,
though.
Ryan Logic
Okay,
is going to
off
win the cup
topic
as
though. If
captain.
there was a salary cap next season, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how they would do it, but like
We've
they did,
tried
that'd
it
be pretty
so
cool.
many times in the past, and
Gonzo,
it
hit
never
us-
seems to
Gonzo,
work
hit us
out.
up in the Gonzo, hit us up in the DMs. We'll talk.
Yeah,
And
we
he's
could
answering
actually do
also,
trade.
by
Like,
the
Wait,
way.
wait, wait,
we
wait,
could
wait,
actually
wait,
do
wait, wait. Can we
salaries.
talk about the graphic? Can we talk about the graphic? Austin Matthews. God
Mark.
damn it. God damn it.
Mark, no.
That actually was not me. I gave
Wait, what
that
happened? I'm not
access to it.
watching.
Someone did this on purpose.
No.
Mark's got a stinker.
Wait, what
Toxic
happened?
Element.
What happened? Eric, what happened?
Hero.
I just called it. Next person, Toxic Element. I'll do this one.
I want to go back to Awesome Matthews.
Toxic. Toxic is a very underrated guy.
True.
Uh,
Facts.
I don't think people give him the
True.
credit he deserves. Like, I'm not saying he's a top forward in the league.
He's going to
On his-
Vegas. Done.
On his
Next.
good days, he could be pretty good. I think he might stay in Detroit, but if he is gone, I think Vegas is an option.
I think
Yeah.
since
The
Tommy's
alarm is
boyfriend-
going off.
Who's got
Shut
the
that
alarm in
off.
the back?
I think since Tommy is Toxic's boyfriend, I don't see him going anywhere.
True. I
Toxic-
think he stays on Detroit.
Tomorrow, right? Seahawks sauce list, please. Make sure you notice that.
Yeah, Toxic Element. I
True.
feel like would who I always hear his name, but I never. Does he have any former names?
Cody the best, and that's way too old. You won't remember that.
Actually, no. I know that name. I think I met him when he might have had that name, or he at least maybe had gone back to it for a little bit. Either way, yeah, this guy I feel like would he fail in Vegas?
Off to
Does he have a lot of
Vegas. That's his boys. Off to Vegas. Off to Vegas.
Didn't
next
he
person.
played with Fluffy. What? Okay.
Go back to Fluffy.
Toxic Element. He's played with them before, right? Vegas. He was on,
No.
he was
Did
on
they?
season 1. He was
Oh,
on
I wouldn't play
one,
season
Vegas.
1.
Yeah, he was there season 1.
Who would Vegas give though?
Who do they want to give?
Here, let me give some
Who's
suggestions.
like
I don't
some-
think Vegas would go for Toxic.
Yeah, I think Vegas is kind of set with the roster. They're probably just gonna.
Vegas's roster, when I look at it, they could add another forward. I mean, Este the engineer, slightly inconsistent, but could still work out in their favor.
And Fluffy. TA, you said Fluffy in a very weird manner, so we're gonna let you take this one.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Not Fluffy. Can be good when he shows. I honestly, where is he now? Dallas?
Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah, he's literally the only bright spot on the stars. He is the star of the stars when he actually shows up. Hence how he has 36% of the point share, and somehow Meritix is second on that team with 31. Or yeah, 31% point share.
Mostly
17.
on Vegas, right?
I don't know if he'd want to be on Vegas, but I think he could go there. He wouldn't be. He's past his prime, but he's still a good forward. Any team other than Chicago should take a look at him.
He's a Yeet God, so I wouldn't be surprised if he
Is?
went to Ottawa.
Is he?
Wait. Did he used to be a Geek God?
I mean,
Nah,
he played on
Fluffy.
Chicago last season, so
Did he?
I feel
He
like
did?
yeah, last
Fluffy.
season he was
I
on
feel like
Chicago. I'm pretty sure.
Fluffy has ties to the Yeet God organization, so he could even make his way into Chicago if they want.
Meritex?
No, Fluffy.
Who said Meritex was a goddamn God?
I said
No,
Fluffy was a
Fluffy.
Yeet
No
God.
one said that.
Okay,
No,
Yo,
it's
Viper,
not
you
Meritex.
hearing things, bro?
maybe, bro.
He's really
Bro,
hearing this shit.
Meritix was never part of any clan. The closest he got was maybe becoming a Traps back in MPGHL. That man was-
He was
he
never
was tight.
considered.
He was tight with Andy, though. He was tight.
He was tight, but like he would.
Viper, were you tight with him?
With Meritex or Andy?
Andy.
Definitely, bro. I'm a
Yeah, I
Traps.
miss him.
Why do
genuinely
you think he's a trap?
miss
The best
word.
clan
Phrasing.
out there. Trap.
Kind of dead though. I'm
Ryan
carrying it on.
Traps.
Don't worry about it.
Ryan Traps. Captain Ryan Traps.
All right, next person.
Let's go next. Oh, there's Meritex.
Like he
Oh,
said, he's
Meritech.
the second most points produced on Dallas, so I had to put him in here.
Yeah,
what
he's
around
interesting.
the-
I don't know who'd go for him though. His name is barely
Vegas.
spoken about. He doesn't make a name for himself either. He's pretty quiet, so nobody really knows of him. I feel like. So I think he
could go
might.
back to Dallas. I mean, Vegas. I mean,
People need to check the stat sheet to notice his presence. If they don't do that, he's not getting traded.
well, there's this video for him. Meritex, we got you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
Not much to
I
say
feel
about
like-
Meritex. Oh,
yeah.
Goober. Here we go.
Here we go, Cheetah Nation.
Peter Nation, we out here.
can we just say he's gonna get banned before he gets
Yeah.
to a new team?
Does everyone unanimously agree he's getting banned by the time season's over? Or by the time deadline comes up.
Wait, he says he screen shares every single one of his game or like records every one of his games.
All right, hypothetically, he doesn't get banned. Goober's actually been playing pretty well this season.
I think he stays
I
on
mean,
Boston.
when you're
maybe.
hacking, if you're not good, then that's just kind of
Let's
weird.
say-
If
let's
Boston,
say
if
he's not
Boston is
hacking.
in the playoffs by deadline, he's going to Vegas. But if they are in the playoffs, he just stays there. I'm pretty sure.
Would Vegas even want him though? Because like that it's just gonna bring more of a like right now. I feel like they're at the most risk free they've ever been to
Bro,
not
did you
get
guys see
PT'd
that
for
clip of
once.
Larixo today?
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that was
if
That's
they just
like, that's like. I think that's like.
Yeah.
first part he did lag, and then I don't know, but then after that it was kind of like I don't know. This is
It was
just
mad weird,
but-
bro. That guy started.
Okay, first of all, can we just tell you who moves like that on the ice? I'm just saying that was the worst movement I've ever seen.
Yeah, that can't be lag, bro. Lag, you just stand in place. You don't fucking speed around like that.
We should ask Tommy for like for
Yeah,
advice.
ask Tommy for his advice.
Yeah,
Let's do next. Outsiders.
he stays in Pittsburgh. No
Siders is
way.
not moving away from
He is
Pittsburgh,
not
bro.
moving anywhere, bro.
no
The only
reason
way Siders is going away from Pittsburgh is if Lucky gets like a blowjob from like the hottest girl in the world.
Well, why would that change anything, Ryan?
What?
Why would it change anything?
If he got offered a blowjob for Siders, I think he would take it. But everything else,
I don't know
no.
about that. Unless it's a blowjob from Siders.
Nah, Pittsburgh
Could
gonna
be
make
a
playoffs.
blowjob
So
from
he's
you,
not
Mark.
getting
You'd love
traded.
to give
Yeah,
those.
he's definitely not getting traded.
The only reason I put him on this list was because if they're not close
If
to
you
making
love
playoffs,
sucking him
Siders
out.
probably will want out after everything is done for that roster.
Probably go to like
I
Anaheim.
He's in love with him, so
Yeah, Anaheim's definitely the biggest.
all right.
Gonzo.
Gonzo,
Maybe.
damn.
I see
to
him going to
Calgary.
Calgary, yeah, I was gonna say that.
Calgary
Boys.
for Arctic Fox.
That would
Arctic
work
Fox in
too.
Vancouver? That'll be interesting.
I support it.
I support it too. Arctic
Nah,
out.
I feel like that could definitely, realistically, if something happens to Arc, that could actually happen. But right now, I think they wouldn't consider it, or not want to take action on it. But if it comes close to the deadline and he hasn't produced as
Ryan
well
was
as I thought,
captain. It would have been done already.
I don't think Vancouver would even accept that. I'm just saying.
and it might if they need some
Pretty sure
forward
he's
help.
like their only defender. Gonzo?
No, they have Macros V3.
Oh, you're right.
They
never
don't have
mind,
like a
forgot
model
about
anymore. Gonzo's not really that. He's like a two-way forward.
Yeah, well, the details or whatever.
Did he
But if
play-
there's a team
yeah.
he'd go to, it'd be Calgary, 100%.
Yeah.
It's just St. Louis
Yeah.
from last year, but better.
But improved because Ryan took over.
that. Except
That's
we go
not
with
why.
him.
I mean,
Okay,
I think so.
let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Do we got anyone else left? Or no?
Ooh,
Tonics.
underrated, bro.
Not really.
I agree with that one. He's definitely underrated.
Do we
He's like
trade
one of
Ryan
those.
for him?
He's like the toxic X element esque player, but he's
Okay.
better passing and playmaking on the ice.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pythonics, bro. Where did I get Stratonics? Oh my god. I heard Pythonics and I was like, yo, why are you guys talking about?
Pythonics actually could be traded on deadline day. He's back on PG.
Alright, but we're not talking about him right now.
Oh my god.
Look at
All
the name
right.
on the screen.
Sertonics.
Yes, so talk about him.
I mean, there's not much to say about Sertonics. He's like a very quiet player, but if he's on the ice, he makes a difference. He could score. He could create play every now and then. Solid line 2 player. So we'll see about that one. All right, I think that's it. Yep, that's it,
I
everybody.
haven't
Yeah,
said
everyone.
anything in a while.
All right, thank you for watching,
I was
everybody.
actually watching the clip that Anchornator set in. I can't imagine that goes well at all, considering it's Larixo again.
I just gotta ask Tommy about lag. Maybe that'll be their answer.
Which Tommy,
Tom T, the big lagger.
the big
You know
lag
him, come
himself,
God of Lag, Tommy, or
God
whatever his
lag
name is.
Tom T. Yeah, yo, that man was big in minors a while back.
The worst coach, the biggest choking coach of all time. Okay, let's just get past Tommy, man.
Is this over?
Yeah, I think it's over.
Yeah,
Thank you
welcome
guys
back,
for watching
TJ.
this amazing deadline video. If you forgot about anyone, just ping us. I don't know. You guys ping us anyways. So
That's a fact. All right. Also, game information soon to come, and thanks for watching this video.